Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in. Great to be with you. Happy, what is it, holidays?
It's Wednesday, at least.
I get confused. I don't know what to say, what not to say, what you're permitted to say, what's politically correct, what's... So now I hear people say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Yeah, I heard that one yesterday at the gas station.
Merry Christmas or you can go through the list. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa.
Boxing Day.
Box Day, yeah, in
Canada.
Yeah. I don't know. It's funny, isn't it crazy, huh? How things... Well,
you know what's crazy is you got here on time. You got here early.
Yeah,
and the difference in stress levels.
Yeah, it didn't take 2 hours to get here.
And I left early today. I got here early because I got a new toy, and I was playing with my toy, and I was excited to get here. Okay.
Yeah.
So I got here an hour and a half early so I could play with my new piece of equipment we got.
Piece of technology that Gary's been working on. We'll save that when we actually do it. Then we'll tell you about it.
And
it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's cool. We're gonna, when we do remotes when we're out of the studio, you're gonna be able to film it
and video it and remote it in.
Remote it into where?
Into the LTN. If you go to letstalknutrition.com,
mm-hmm.
We are now running the show until 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
The show runs pretty much all day long now.
Yes.
See, so Gary's figured out how to do that. And because we're doing that yesterday, on the stream, we had 60,000 hits.
An additional 29,000 hits that we usually do.
60,000 people yesterday hit the show because we ran it, of course, live for 2 hours, like we always do, on the stream up on the 4 platforms, including every affiliate across the U.S. where we're in. They're great. But on the stream yesterday, then after the show, he ran it. He was able to figure out how, and he could do that remotely. He did that from his house. He got the show to play on the LTN website, so it was running till 5 o'clock yesterday. And because of that, we ended up with 60,000 hits.
That's a big number.
Think about that. If you did that every day, 5 days a week,
you're going to be...
It's 300,000 a week. 5 times 60, right?
Yeah.
That's 300,000 a week, right? Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Or is it more than that?
No, it's yeah, you're right. 300,000.
All right. Times 4 per month. That's well over 1 million. But make no mistake about it, the heart and soul of this show is terrestrial radio. It's just that the technology these days, I mean, people are, everybody said, oh, radio is going to fade away. It's going to fade away. All these Netflix, Catch Flicks, this Flicks, that Flicks, whatever Flicks, Amazon, Hulu, who knew? all these platforms. They said, oh, radio is just going to disappear. They said the same thing when television came in. Oh, radio is just going to, you know what? The numbers haven't changed. More people are listening to and literally watching radio, because we can do that now, listening to radio today than ever before.
The first song ever played on MTV was Video Killed the Radio Star. Now, if you watch MTV, there is no video. There's no videos.
No videos.
So people are still, 93% of the population, I believe, is still getting their new music from radio.
And that's just amazing. It's such a powerful medium. And you know what's so ironic about radio is that it's mediated communication, meaning that it's not interpersonal, face-to-face, if you want to define or dyadic, face-to-face. I think it's interpersonal. piece of technology becomes between myself and the listener and the viewer. But that doesn't change the way people relate, connect, the relationship you have with each audience member. It's amazing. It is. I've spent, 4 decades or better studying human communication. That's my PhD is in communication. And I'm still astonished at the power of radio to connect people, not only to the host of the show, but to each other. That's why I love it when you call the show, because you connect to others. And you may share a story or an insight that may help somebody or resonate with them or illuminate them and make them understand what's happening to them. It's powerful. I just love it. That radio was the first piece of technology, media, if you will, that I was introduced to as a boy, and I'm sure many of you. And it was fabulous, right? You sit there and you listen to all the shows, Inner Sanctum, The Fat Man, Lone Ranger. It goes on and on.
Catching the Cubs games on WGN with Harry Carey.
Harry Carey. How many baseball games, how many Pirate games did I listen to in Pittsburgh on the radio? How many? It's powerful. I love it. And people say, well, what kind of relationship can you have with people? Tomorrow, stop by if you happen to be in Tampa, stop by the Vitamin Discount Center store in South Tampa on a corner of Church and Henderson, and you'll see. I'll be there from 12 to 2, and you can see the connection people have. It's amazing. It's a privilege to do this. Here's how you can connect.
You can reach us at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-8255. Follow us on Facebook at Let's Talk Nutrition, or on Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition, or on Twitter at LTN Radio. Don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and it's Let's Talk Nutrition.
By the way, support your local radio station that airs this show. PBS, they run their telethons and marathons and whatever other thons they're doing on that. And that's fine. It's wonderful. And because they're looking for support. Many of the radio stations that air this show, some are very large, some in the middle, and some are small. Each one is important, and they need to be supported by the community. Just imagine if you didn't have your radio station in your neck of the woods. The quality of your life would be very different. For sure. So, I'm just saying. And you should check to see if they have a website. A lot of the radio stations now have a website, and you can go onto their website. And are any of them streaming, Gary?
Some of them do. Some of the iHeart platforms do. Some of the Genesis platforms do. And I know a lot of the Beasley channels do.
Right. Not every station that airs this show is an iHeart Media station. And we support everyone. And we're so grateful. You have no idea.
I like when people call in and tell us what station they're listening to us on.
Yeah. And I'll typically ask them, I'll often ask, what station are you listening to the show on? And radio people, dedicated, man. In this building, for the past 12 years, almost 13 years now, it's astonishing how professional and consistent and passionate people are about the radio. It's amazing.
I'm Joy McCarthy, holistic nutritionist, and I expect more from my multivitamin. I've researched many vitamins, and what's truly different about Every Woman's One Daily from New Chapter is that it's fermented with probiotics and whole foods and gentle even on an empty stomach. Every Woman's One Daily helps you feel good every day. giving you immune, energy, and stress support, and nutrients for bone and heart health. You will notice a difference. Every Woman's One Daily recently won the Best Multivitamin Award, and I love that it's non-GMO project verified. Discover the wisdom of nature with New Chapter.
Whether you spend your free time on a treadmill, under a car, or in your garden, if your active lifestyle leaves you sore, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce may be exactly what you need. Inflammaforce has a natural herb blend that acts as an anti-inflammatory to help maintain healthy joint and mobility support. There are standardized herbs like white willow, boswellia, turmeric, ginger, and devil's claw. The vegetarian capsule promotes easy digestion and a fast-acting dissolve process. Inflammaforce includes a proprietary enzyme herbal blend full of antioxidants and flavonoids that target pain and inflammation throughout the body. Body Vigor's Inflammaforce contains ingredients that support normal, healthy joint flexibility and function, builds healthy tissue, and helps with your recovery process. So if you're tired of sore joints and inflamed muscles, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce is your answer. Purchase Inflammaforce.
There's a lot of conversation these days and talk about the microbiome, you know, the gut bacteria. And it has really taken off, and for good reason. It's an important topic, and as a, you know, people say your digestive health is the foundation of your overall health. That's a clever thing to say, and there's some merit in it, though, too. There's some truth in it. It's not just a cliche. And one of the reasons why it's so is because of our relationship our evolutionary, long-standing relationship with the microbes, the microbiota that live in our gastrointestinal tract. And they make a contribution to our health that is almost difficult to quantify in importance or even qualitatively to capture. It's very difficult. They're so integrated into the essence of our health as a species. And it's not only indigenous to us, but to other organisms and species. A study came over the transom. It was published in a journal called Gut Microbes. And it was an experiment. It wasn't a human study. It was an animal study. They used a mouse model. And I caught my attention because the headline on it was, "Exercise alone alters our gut microbiota." Probably every person listening or watching the show right now, which is in the thousands and tens of thousands, we now know, understands that food will alter the gut microbiota. Probably, though, many wouldn't put exercise and gut microbiota together. Well, it turns out there have been mouse and human experiments that show that physical activity, independent of diet, can have an effect on the composition of a person's gut microbiota such that it will increase the production of these short-chain fatty acids that are beneficial for an individual's health. This study comes out of University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, and one of the co-leader of the study was a Dr. Jeffrey Woods, professor of kinesiology and community health at the university. In the first study, this was intriguing how they did it. These people work in obscurity. Nobody knows except when they publish it in a journal who they are. They had 3 groups of mice. One group, no exercise, sedentary. Second group, exercise. They put them on a running wheel. The third group was sedentary and they said germ-free. What they mean by that is that they didn't possess any gut microbiota. They were bred not to have any. They were bred in a sterile environment. They had no gut bacteria. So what they did was the researchers took fecal matter from both the exercise group and sedentary group and transplanted the fecal matter into the colons of the germ-free mice. Following this now? So the germ-free mice are almost like a control, in a sense. As a result of the fecal transplantation, what happened? The germ-free mice developed gut microbiota. That was what? Reflective of or comparable to the germ of the colons of the donor groups, the sedentary group and the physical activity group. And they said that, I'm quoting, the germ-free mice that received fecal matter from the exercise group had higher levels of gut microbes that produce short-chain fatty acids called butyrate, which is known to reduce inflammation and promote gut health, close quote. In other words, exercise, the mice that were exercising had a better composition and greater quantity of gut microbiota, and that was reflected in the germ-free mice that received their fecal matter. Sedentary group, when their fecal matter was planted into the germ-free mice, those germ-free mice, their gut microbiota, not as robust, not as good. as the group that had from the exercise group. They said additionally, these mice were given a chemical that triggers colitis or inflammation of the colon. Here's what they found. Now I'm quoting. There was a reduction in inflammation and an increase in the regenerative molecules that promote a faster recovery, close quote. So it turns out now that exercise-induced modifications in the gut microbiota can mediate host microbial interactions that will have potential benefit for the host. In other words, exercise will benefit you in terms of your gut health. This is interesting. It's not just food. That's why you need to keep moving. And by the way, those gut microbiota will keep things moving down there too. Be right back.
The perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering. You're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing. Glad you could tune in today. We are coast to coast and global, and you can connect with us very easily. Gary always gives you the ways to do that via the phone and the internet and Facebook and whatnot. Quickly, the number is 877-897-8255. If you're outside the continental United States, 813-636-8255. I was just reporting on this study about exercise, how it promotes a better gut microbiota. This is not the first study of its kind, but it's interesting how they did it. I won't repeat exactly what the experiment was all about, but the point is you got to keep moving. Exercise, food will certainly alter the terrain within, especially in the gut. But we now know that exercise will also affect those microbes, and that's exercise is better, produces a better colony, apparently, and environment for the microbiota. In keeping with the theme of exercise, it is the holidays. There'll be more than a few people that are going to go to some party, and they're going to overeat and overdrink, and all the time while they're doing it, they're going to say, well, I'll just go to the gym tomorrow and stay a little longer or whatever. I'll work it off. They are delusional. Won't work. I've been saying it for 12 years. Exercise is is not a good predictor for weight loss. Guess what? Headline, story on a study. Exercise alone does not achieve weight loss.
No.
It's on Medical News Today. You can catch it. I didn't send it to you.
Okay.
Here, he'll post it up onto the screen. Exercise alone does not achieve weight loss. I've been saying this over and over again. Exercise confers many benefits, but if you think you're going to eat that, not only have the pumpkin pie, but you're going to do the mincemeat and the apple with extra helping of mashed potatoes and, the gravy that you put so much on it falls over the side of the plate onto the white tablecloth. Catching this image? If you think exercise is going to take care of all those extra calories, no. I'm sorry. I wish it were the case. It's not going to happen. A new study shows that when it comes to losing weight, they said, exercise alone is unlikely to do the trick for women at least, they said. Researchers at Bangor University in the United Kingdom, those researchers discovered that women who engage in exercise classes 3 times per week for 4 to 8 weeks, but who did not change their diets, failed to lose any weight. And, oh, by the way, you know that pouch on the front? If you think you can do sit-ups, no. Spot training doesn't work either. All you'll do is develop a bunch of muscle underneath the subcutaneous fat or visceral fat. And then when you lose all the fat, then you'll see those wonderful abs, right? Look like a washboard. Good luck with that. Spot training doesn't work. Don't let anybody fool you. Dr. Hans-Peter Kubis, in the study, said that, it's just not a good... To think that exercise alone is going to get the job done, it's not going to work. And I agree with him. The study was published in Applied Physiology, Nutrition, and Metabolism. I tell you that where it's published because I want you to understand that this is an evidence-based show. Show me the data. The study involved 2 experiments. In the first one, 34 women. They were 18 to 32 years of age, and they participated in what's called a circuit exercise training session 3 times a week for 4 weeks. You know, where they go from one piece of equipment to the next in sort of a rapid motion, if you will. At the beginning and end of each experiment, the weight, muscle, and fat mass of each woman was measured. The second experiment included 36 women, same age group, who took part in the same training session, but for a total of 8 weeks. They took blood samples from them and everything. Well, what they found was you can exercise till you're blue in the face. You're not going to lose that weight if you don't change the diet. It's just not going to happen. I was out of the gym for, as many of you know, for what reason? For a year. I've been back in. And when I went back in, and I'm still seeing people I haven't seen in a year. Many of them have gained weight. And they've been going to the gym the whole time. And people, what the paradox here is that people think that if I exercise, I don't have to change my diet. It's just so wrong-headed. It will not work. And you probably noticed too, maybe some people at work, in your workplace, over the last 10 years or so, certain people have gained weight, and where they are now compared to 10 years ago. That phenomenon, the holidays, is one of the time periods where there's 2 things about holiday weight gain. One, it's overstated. People say, well, people are going to gain up to 10 pounds. My research doesn't tell me that. It's somewhere between 1 to 2 pounds, and for obese people, it's about 5 pounds during the holidays, about average weight gain. But here's the problem with holiday weight gain. It tends to stick around and becomes the gift that keeps on giving. So if you go for 10 years and you gain 2 pounds each holiday season, just during the holiday season, in Catholic school, 2 times 10 was 20. The nuns taught multiplication tables. 2 times 10 is 20. That's just a period from, you want to take it from Halloween or you want to take it from Thanksgiving to New Year's, whatever. The statistics are what they are. The numbers are what they are. The weight that's gained during holidays tends to stick. I'm just saying.
Whether you spend your free time on a treadmill, under a car, or in your garden, if your active lifestyle leaves you sore, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce may be exactly what you need. Inflammaforce has a natural herb blend that acts as an anti-inflammatory to help maintain healthy joint and mobility support. There are standardized herbs like white willow, boswellia, turmeric, ginger, and devil's claw. The vegetarian capsule promotes easy digestion and a fast-acting dissolve process. Inflammaforce includes a proprietary enzyme herbal blend full of antioxidants and flavonoids that target pain and inflammation throughout the body. Body Vigor's Inflammaforce contains ingredients that support normal, healthy joint flexibility and function, builds healthy tissue, and helps with your recovery process. So if you're tired of sore joints and inflamed muscles, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce is your answer. Purchase Inflammaforce exclusively on Amazon.com.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Exercise. Boy, I'll tell you, some people love it, some hate it, and then there's a lot of people in between. They, give and take a little. And it's very difficult to get people to stick to an exercise regimen and for them to be consistent. You will glean tremendous health benefit. It is one of the variables, this is my view now, my opinion, that will help in the concept of what I talk about, the principle of preparation. There's prevention and then there's preparation. And exercise will help you prepare for an illness or a life-threatening accident or disease or illness or whatever down the road. It helps build up an inventory of health that you will need. I bring this up because this study this morning that I'm reporting on, that exercise alone does not achieve weight loss, I've been saying that for over a dozen years on this show. It is not a good predictor for weight loss. Now, that doesn't mean you shouldn't exercise. And if people are using exercise as a way to justify overeating during the holidays or just overeating and you're eating bad foods, you're making a terrible mistake. In this experiment with two groups of women, one group exercised for 4 weeks, another group exercised for 8 weeks. They did not change the diet in either group. They left it alone. At the end of the 4-week program and at the end of the 8-week program, women who had lost weight, none of the women had lost weight. None. Zero. You know zero? Zero. Whether they were lean, whether they were obese, whether they were overweight, made no difference. The only variable that changed was their exercising. The diet stayed the same. Everything else stayed the same. Exercise failed. Literally failed in weight loss. I'm not discouraged by that. What I do know is that when combined with diet, exercise and diet together is among the best predictor, as a combination variable, is among the best predictor for weight loss and keeping it off. Then you might ask, well, why would that be? Diet alone is very good. You'll lose weight on diet alone. Combine it with exercise, you'll even do better. Why? Because most likely you're going to change the body composition. You're going to lose fat and gain muscle. And that makes for a better contour and better body composition. Sometimes people will gain so much muscle that it seems like they're not losing weight, but their clothes don't fit. That's because the muscle doesn't take up all that volume.
Yeah, I'm sitting here shaking my head, yes, because that's what's happening to me. I'm at a plateau on weight now, but like this morning, my pants were falling off me on the last belt loop, on the last hook. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I mean,
you're replacing the fat tissue with muscle tissue. Muscle does weigh more. So it could be you'll get on the scale and it will look like you haven't lost any weight, but you're saying, my blouse doesn't fit, my skirt doesn't fit, my trousers don't fit. So, go ahead.
Hey, Doc, I have a question
Get
for
closer to your mic.
Hey, Doc, I have a question for you on this one.
Yeah.
So what happens even if the weight stays the same, but your body changes? Like when you're losing like body fat, but the weight is still the same.
It's good because if you're not seeing a reduction in weight, but you're seeing that the clothes are fitting differently and you have to change sizes, you have more muscle than fat now. That is good because muscle tissue, when collected, especially around the abdomen, what we call the visceral fat, is a endocrine organ. It's pumping out hormones that will inspire weight gain and inflammation. Men who have if you ever see these men that have a big pot belly and you touch it, it's like hard as a rock. That's visceral fat. The viscera are all the organs in the trunk, in the front, your intestines, your pancreas and liver, and fat gets engorged around those organs, the viscera. And it's hard. Subcutaneous fat is soft and spongy. But the visceral fat is hard. And that is so unhealthy, and there's a correlation between that kind of fat and heart disease, heart attack, and whatnot, and cancer. So my point to you is this. Yes, I'm not losing weight, but I'm have more muscle than fat. You are definitely healthier.
Oh, thank you, Doc.
Your muscle does weigh more, considerably more than fat. So one should not get discouraged. Eventually, you will then, if you keep working on the diet, no matter how much muscle you're putting on, you'll start to see a change in the scale.
Okay.
And if you're doing aerobic exercise, that tends to burn more calories. Resistance training tends to build more muscle mass. So it should be a combination of both, ideally. Exercise isn't just about weight loss. If you're using exercise for weight loss, dare I say it, you're almost wasting your time. Darn near. You won't get a benefit for weight loss. You'll get other benefits from the exercise, but not for weight loss. You have to combine them. You have to have a lifestyle that includes diet and exercise together. Better sleep and rest as well. More stress management, better social relations, all comes together. It's holistic. It's not just one variable. Typically, heart disease is not caused by just one lifestyle variable or dietary variable. It's several. And hence, to stay healthy, it's not just one thing, it's a combination of things. We'll be back for the top of the hour. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy whatever. Glad you, hope you're happy. Me too. That's what we're trying to do, right? A little happiness. Never hurt anybody. It's good. Can be achieved. And we are in the grips of the holidays now. It's a good time of year. I went down to the kitchen during the break, and one of the people in the building, I don't even want to say what department. I don't want to give anybody's name away. And I said, how's it going? The guy was working on something and fixing something. Around here, that goes on a lot. And I said, how's it going? Good. Doc, everything's good. He said, how are the holidays treating? I said, no, it's great, man. Everything's fine. How about you? I get depressed this time of year. And he was going on about being depressed, unsolicited. And I just listened to him. Some people struggle during the holidays. It is stressful. And he gave some reasons. I don't want to, family reasons. While happiness is, on the agenda for a lot of people, we want to be happy, and we're trying to make others. After all, that's what the gift giving is about, right? To show your appreciation for and love for others, to let them know that you care about them and you're trying to make somebody happy. Happiness that's a big deal in humanistic psychology. That factor, that variable, or that dimension of existence is a big deal. And there's so many studies that have been done on happiness. What is happiness? What does happiness mean? You get 100 people and you do a qualitative study and some sort of phenomenological study and ask them about happiness. What does that mean? It means a lot of different things to a lot of people, right? Everybody has their own idea of what makes them happy. So this time of year, it's brought into the focus. It receives, gets a big spotlight put on it. But now you think about loved ones that are gone, not here. You may not be feeling so well yourself. You may be caught up in a real struggle with your health. You may be alone and isolated. Can't get around much. And ironically, that just reminds people, the holidays remind people of their plight. So it's really paradoxical. It's kind of, I guess, odd to think about it that way, but I wanted to talk about it that way because, I think people do better with the truth than otherwise. As Bertrand Russell says, I would rather be mad with the truth than sane with lies. And if you put those things on the table and talk about it, air it, if you will, I think people just do better. Even though it may even be a little depressing and for them to talk about it. In the long run, I think it works out better. And we tend to look for artificial means at times to make us happy. By that I mean, it's like weight loss, doing some stupid diet that doesn't work. It's just it's hard. It's just not real genuine. And sometimes we're looking for things to make us happy that are not going to make us happy. This is patently obvious. A gift in a box may not necessarily do the trick. Maybe it just takes being a little bit more mindful about your own life, living in a mindful way, and then connecting yourself to others, and letting them know their importance in your life. I know this sounds very touchy-feely and all that, but I just can't. I get so taken aback by how the greatest effort is made during this time of year to make other people happy, but in ways that may end up making people unhappy, even the ones that are trying to make the others happy, for all the stress. It's the stress. Shopping, traveling, running around, guests coming, get the house clean, cooking, baking, shaking, this and that, not having enough of something to give to another. So I guess my point is trying to keep things in focus here. That's all I'm saying. And don't let the stress get the best of you.
Do you remember a couple months ago you talked to me about living for the moment?
Live in the moment. Yeah, I do remember.
We forget about that come holidays.
We do. The moment gets erased, Gary. You're right. You're swept away by the moment instead of being mindful of the moment, right? You get swept away. Watch the behavior in the mall. Watch people shopping.
This Thanksgiving, I went to my buddy Dale's. We went to his family's house because
Detective Fritz.
We were up in the mountains in North Carolina. And they take a candle for everybody that has passed in their family, their immediate family. They have a candle burning on the table for them.
Oh, nice.
And I thought that really sparked a place in my heart, and I got kind of choked up.
How many candles were there? Half a dozen? 4. I was going to say half a dozen.
Yeah.
4. The candle. That's what,
And it sort of signified life. I mean, there's.
At the end of the day, it's about the relationship, right? Isn't it?
Yes.
It's about our connection to one another, man. Christmas and connection, holidays, Hanukkah connection, whatever religious way you celebrate this time of year. This is humans' way of giving meaning to life. This is one of the ways we do that. And it's just a shame that it gets swept away in all the commercialism of it. And I'm not throwing that under the bus. It's important. I think I love going shopping during the holidays. It's wonderful to see people out and healthy and doing things. I love that. And a year ago, I didn't even know if I would be here myself. So I have a very, different view about it, I think. Maybe not so different as more expressed than I once would do. So my message is be mindful. And mindfulness and gratitude. Wonderful principles to embrace. Being grateful for no matter how big or, some, just having your health, not being sick, not being your life being threatened by an illness. There's no greater gift. There is no greater gift in my mind. And until and when your life is threatened by a disease, cancer or whatever it might be, maybe that's hard to grasp. I'm just saying. My guest today is Dr. Ellen Kamhi. She's going to be talking about the holidays and trying to manage stress through the holidays. Not all stress is bad. There's distress and there's eustress. E-U-S-T-R-E-S-S. It's supposed to be good stress. Sometimes it's a little stressful to go shopping, but it can be exciting too, right? Nice department. I'm growing up in Pittsburgh and all those big department stores, going in there as a boy, walking through and seeing all. Man, that was exciting. The lights and all the displays in the window. Remember those days? Beautiful, right? Great, right? Isn't it great? Those are vivid memories. Gimbals, Kaufmann's, Joseph Horn's.
Woolworth.
The Christmas displays. I couldn't wait each year to see what they were going to come up with next. Those are the things. Those things give meaning to our life. We'll be back.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies?
The perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering. You're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Dr. Ellen Kamhi is my guest today. Dr. Kamhi's been on my show before, and we'll get you to her website and get you into her background and training here in a minute. I like to get her on right away. Dr. Kamhi, welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. It's great to have you on. Happy holidays.
How are you? And thank you so much for doing your wonderful show, and it's great to be here today.
Good. You like this time of year? You enjoy it?
Well, I'll share what I spiritually think about it. Like you talked about, in terms of lighting the candles. Someone was talking about that. That was a beautiful ritual. And as a matter of fact, in the Jewish religion, that's a very specific ritual that actually has a name about lighting a candle. It's called a yurtzeit candle, and recognizing those who have passed on. Not so much necessarily at a holiday, but on the day of their passing, but a very similar thing to bring their light into your life. In terms of the commercialization of the holiday season, that really was never something I enjoyed. I mean, even as a child. And whenever anyone said, "What do you want?" I said, "I really don't want stuff." I've never been into that. Then when I had my own children, who are now in their 40s, I did do the whole, they were actually half Jewish and half Baptist, so I did, Christmas trees and Hanukkah candles and Christmas, Hanukkah bushes and whatever it took, right? And they went to every single kind of spiritual thing, and then we did, of course, have presents, and we had Santa, and we had dreidels, so it was a very mixed bag. And that was fun. But now, since my children are grown and I don't live near my grandchildren, I send them a present. I'm not involved with them. I have decided to give myself permission to actually do nothing. And that's where I find is the lowest stress level for me. When I say do nothing, I'll go to holiday parties. I will wish my close friends, make sure I tell them have a nice, happy season. But I don't get into any frenzy. No stress. No millions of dollars spent that I have to pay back next month. No eating a whole lot of garbage food when I go to a party. I eat my healthy food at home. I talk about that in my book, Weight Loss, the Alternative Medicine Definitive Guide. Then I go to the party, and anything there that looks delicious, I take a little bite of and enjoy. Not pig out on it and then be 10 pounds heavier with a cold and flu after the holidays. So that's how I deal with it.
My goodness, I'm depressed. I'm just kidding. No, I get it. I appreciate your approach. I was telling the crew during the commercial break that my family makes fun of me because I shop on Christmas Eve. I do. I love being out. I always have since I was a kid. I just enjoy being around the people, hearing the music. It's Christmas Eve. It evokes so many wonderful memories for me, I guess. Maybe that's part of it.
That doesn't cause you stress. But if you're someone who is waiting for that last paycheck and spend all your money on gifts for others, stuff they may or may not really need. And then that's where I find as a practitioner who sees patients that in January, all of our offices are so busy because people have overspent, overeaten, and overstressed.
I know. And that's why you have, I believe in, I think that if people can keep in mind the principle of mindfulness, living in the moment, and being mindful of what am I doing, why am I doing it, and being in that moment, living mindfully. And then, along with that, keeping embraced gratitude, being grateful, and keeping things, say, I have so much to be grateful for. And that keeps me steady, those two things.
And that also supports the original spiritual aspects of this holiday season.
Yeah.
Rather than the commercial aspects. Some families have instituted something I think is a great idea. Instead of having to buy every single person a present, they do a grab bag. You know what I mean? Each person buys one present.
Yeah, that's nice.
Gets a present, but you don't have to overspend. And then in terms of food, they'll do a potluck. So everybody brings one dish, which is very low stress.
Yeah.
Rather than the host or hostess having to do the whole 9 yards. So there are ways to keep your traditions together and bring down that stress level a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. And keep it all in perspective, like you said. I know I was looking at your notes to me, the production notes that we asked you to provide, and I saw that you wanted to talk about a stress-free holiday. Well, That's an ideal. But how do you think people can better manage stress through the holidays, through their diet, through their lifestyle, or any other way, spiritually or whatever way you want to talk, supplements and this and that, whatever you want to say and talk about is fine with me.
Well, we definitely talked about the fact that not forcing yourself to do things like eating too much and spending too much. That would be good if you go into the holiday and have a plan of action. So you're going to come out in January, still slim and trim, still have money in your pocket for January bills, etc. Make a plan to do that and still enjoy the holidays. Then, since it's going to be a stressful season no matter what we do, there certainly are things that you can use that would be really helpful, and that's where country life really comes
Okay.
in.
When we come back, we'll give you the opportunity to do that and to share what people might be able to do using diet, using dietary supplementation, lifestyle, and whatever way in combination that we can manage our way better with the stress through the holiday season. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, where mindfulness and gratitude are always on the table.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health should...
Whether you spend your free time on a treadmill, under a car, or in your garden, if your active lifestyle leaves you sore, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce may be exactly what you need. Inflammaforce has a natural herb blend that acts as an anti-inflammatory to help maintain healthy joint and mobility support. There are standardized herbs like white willow, boswellia, turmeric, ginger, and devil's claw. The vegetarian capsule promotes easy digestion and a fast-acting dissolve process. Inflammaforce includes a proprietary enzyme herbal blend full of antioxidants and flavonoids that target pain and inflammation throughout the body. Body Vigor's Inflammaforce contains ingredients that support normal, healthy joint flexibility and function, builds healthy tissue, and helps with your recovery process. So if you're tired of sore joints and inflamed muscles, Body Vigor's Inflammaforce is your answer. Purchase Inflammaforce exclusively on Amazon.com.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Happy holiday to you and yours. We're glad that you could stop by. We'll be here throughout the holidays, and we always are. We enjoy talking about the holidays. We're trying to put an optimistic turn on it. And Dr. Ellen Kamhi's here today. She wanted to talk a little bit about the holidays. And you were going to mentioned Country Life vitamins, and you had something on your mind, Dr. Kamhi. What was that?
I sure did, and thank you so much, Michael, for all your great work bringing information to the public. And I love how you do this show on all different venues. Like you have a YouTube channel where people can watch it. It's just amazing.
Yeah, we do okay, Dr. Kamhi. We do. By the way, we stream this show, and people are now getting acquainted with you. Yesterday on our stream, we ran that show. Gary figured out how to run the show, even when we're off air at our website. We had 60,000 hits on the show for the stream worldwide. So people are going to get to know who you are.
Isn't that excellent?
Yeah, that's in one day. That's 60,000 in one day.
It's a good number, and they can always find me at naturalnurse.com. That's the best place.
Yep.
Now, I do want to talk about Country Life because I am really proud to be with Country Life, and I talk to them a lot. I'm so impressed, especially with their regulatory and quality control, because anything they say has to be vetted. They have an extremely strong regulatory department. Now, I'd like to talk about a lot of products, depending on our time, that's really going to help people offset all those effects of stress during the holidays. But the one I'd like to bring up first is Maxi-Skin Zen. And we know that the word Zen really does relate to having this very balanced, relaxed viewpoint of the world. But what's so great with Maxi-Skin Zen is that actually it supports how beautiful you'll look so that you don't get stressed out and get wrinkles over the holiday, as well as bringing down the stress response in a very scientific way. Because Maxi-Skin Zen, which, by the way, is a delicious powder that you can just mix into water or add to smoothies, gives you the skin benefits of L-theanine. And L-theanine we also have as a smooth melt by itself, but L-theanine is a wonderful relaxing agent that has lots of science behind it. Also, Maxi-Skin Zen has type 1 and type 3 collagen that supports all three layers of your skin. And it's clinically studied with something called Verisol. That's a bioactive collagen. I'm sure you're familiar with collagen and how important that is for skin health and muscle health. So this has type 1 and 3 collagen that actually has been scientifically studied, or I could not say this on air about it, scientifically studied, that actually enhances skin elasticity, increases skin collagen by 60%, this is through measurement, and reduces the depth of eye wrinkles. That's pretty good for a supplement. And it also has vitamin C, which protects the skin from cell-damaging free radicals caused by stress, by the way, and worry, and helps collagen formation specifically in the dermis layer. It also has vitamin A that helps skin create healthy new cells on the outside layer. So it's really like a comprehensive spa experience that can help you any time of year, but especially with getting through the holidays, and that's called Maxi-Skin Zen.
Yes, and it's sold in fine health stores throughout the U.S. That's a very nifty product, and these days there's a lot of talk about collagen, and you can... cosmetic industry, the cosmetic millions and billions of dollars are spent in cosmetics, and collagen-based products are all over the place and have become very, very popular. But one way to keep that collagen matrix together is from the inside out, instead of you can do it from the outside in, I guess, with topicals and whatnot. But
it's good to do both, absolutely.
You can do both. Go ahead, doctor.
In fact, one little nifty at-home facial, you just whip egg whites. You know how your mom might have used to done that to make meringue pie?
Yeah.
Holiday treat.
Oh, yeah.
Just separate out egg whites. You actually whip them up. You can add Maxi-Skin, either the Maxi-Skin Zen or the plain Maxi-Skin without the theanine, into those egg whites and whip them up and actually apply that to your face. You can get creative with that, like add some turmeric powder and green tea powder. And that is an excellent, excellent facial.
877-897-8255. That's a toll-free number. Outside the continental United States, it's 813-636-8255. In terms of the cortisol buildup from stress, Dr. Kamhi, as you know, when the stress response or the fight or flight response is turned on, all these stress hormones are pumped out into the bloodstream, and cortisol being one of them. And if it stresses all day long, you build up an inventory of stress toward the end of the day, which becomes a sleep disruptor. Is there anything from a supplement perspective to moderate the flood of stress hormones, in particular cortisol, into the bloodstream and build up over the day?
Yes, in fact, Country Life features another well-researched product, which is called Stress Shield. And Stress Shield comes with a formula you can use during the day to keep you calm and decrease that cortisol release, and also one for at night. The one for at night is called Stress Shield Nighttime, so you know the difference. But basically, of course, stress is a daily reality for many, and certainly increases during the holiday. And as you said, sleep is vital. So Stress Shield actually helps with decreasing that cortisol release. That's because of ashwagandha. And it's a specific ashwagandha which has been, again, scientifically studied. It's called Sensoril.
Sensoril.
Registered trademark. It's a kind of ashwagandha. And it combines the product, Stress Shield, combines GABA, which we can also talk about if we have time, GABA-aminobutyric acid, sun-theanine, which is the best form of L-theanine, along with passion flower and wild jujube, which is a fruit that all of those things decrease what you were talking about, Michael, in terms of that cortisol spike that we get due to stress.
877-897-8255. Don't be shy. Call. Well, it's a listener-friendly, viewer-friendly show. We are coast to coast, including Hawaii, and we're global. Please support your local radio station. Let them know. Let them know that you're listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, that you like the show, hopefully, and they would like to know, and we would like to know too. And we appreciate your listenership. That's your gift to us, and we're grateful. We'll be back. I'll have the LTN Health question of the day. Who knows? You might win a $25 supplement gift card.
Women who are pregnant or planning to have a child have specific nutritional needs. Maintaining optimal nutritional intake is important for mother and baby. Body Vigor's Preferred Prenatal can help mother and baby receive the appropriate building blocks for growth, development, and healthy function. The Preferred Prenatal formula provides essential vitamins and minerals, along with added support ingredients such as folic acid and DHA. Preferred Prenatal also incorporates a bonus herbal blend to help the mom-to-be with the uncomfortable side effects of pregnancy, like nausea, vomiting, mood swings, and uterine health. Support a healthy pregnancy for you and your baby with Preferred Prenatal, exclusively on Amazon.com.
All right, so here's the LTN health question of the day. Earlier, I was reporting on a study about exercise, and we're on the holiday season, and I said that, maybe you're at this place, this party, whatever, dinner, things, at the house, whatever the occasion. And you said, well, the pumpkin pie was good, and I don't know, that mincemeat looks good, and so does I think I'll have a slice of each of those, and extra gravy, extra mashed potato. And then you rationalize it and say, well, tomorrow I'll just go to the gym and I'll stay an extra 30 minutes, and I'll go every day this week, and I'll burn it all off. Here's the question. Is exercise a good predictor for weight loss? In fact, does exercise really contribute to weight loss? Yes or no? True or false? Here's the number to call.
You can reach us at 877-897-8255. That's 877-897-8255.
And Dr. Kamhi, welcome back.
Thank you so much.
So go ahead. Continue with your narrative, please.
Okay, so we talked about a few things, a few supplements from Country Life, which really could be helpful through the holidays. We talked about Stress Shield, which has, by the way, coenzyme B vitamins.
Oh, yeah. The coenzymated Bs, they're ready to go. They don't have to be metabolically prepared.
That's true. And there are actually people with certain genetic codes that make methylation difficult. And if you're one of those people, you cannot absorb B vitamins unless they are coenzymated. Now, let's say you have not had a DNA test done, so you don't know if you have a problem with your methylation capacity. Well, it doesn't hurt to take it already coenzymated. So probably that's the best choice for most people.
Yeah. You're dating someone that's pretty extreme when they say, well, since you can't methylate your B vitamins, I can't date you. That's a crazy person. You need to walk away.
I would probably be pretty extreme. So just get them get everybody coenzymated.
Well, I could say, well, if I went to the store and got some Country Life coenzymated Bs, would you date me then?
Well, that's a pretty funny point.
Yeah, I know. I'm just being silly so that people remember that those coenzymated Bs are, that product is one of the best B complex products on the market. It's terrific. Here's the LTN health question of the day. True or false? Exercise alone can achieve weight loss. Is a good predictor and can achieve weight loss. Exercise alone. True or false? 877-897-8255. Come on, guess at that. You can guess at that. Let me give you a hint. It usually takes more than one thing. Go ahead, Dr. Kamhi.
Oh, okay. So basically, are you waiting for a caller, or we'll just continue till they call in? Come on, give it a try. $25 gift certificate.
Yeah, they will. They usually, there you go. The line's lit up. We've been doing that every day for 12 years or more, 12 and a half years. Giving that
Great opportunity for your listeners.
Yeah, we love doing it. Are you a fan of exercise? Do you believe in keeping it moving?
Personally?
Yeah.
Every day.
What do you do?
That's a daily commitment. I really don't feel like the day has really happened. What I do is walk about 2 miles.
Good.
Then I do yoga, usually half an hour.
Oh, good.
Then I jump on a little mini trampoline. Those are my 3, really ongoing.
You can't do that when drinking martinis, though.
Well, drinking martinis, no.
I can't imagine you with the martini in one hand trying to do no, not you. The fault.
Jumping on the rebound. Well, if I have a drink, what I personally like, I'll share with the listeners. I actually like single malt scotch.
Oh, Gary's a fan. Gary's giving a fist pump on that one.
Yeah.
What's the deal? What is that? What's a single malt scotch? What is that?
So a single malt Scotch is when they make it in one place and they only use one grain that grows in one place. A regular Scotch like Johnny Walker or something, that would be different Scotches mixed together. But single malt is usually made in one town, very often Scotland, and it's a very pure product.
Mm-hmm. And can you tell the difference between that and other Scotches?
So if somebody likes single malt out there, you guys, you know what I'm talking about. There's definitely a difference in flavor. It's really an ultimate smoothness.
Wow.
And talking about smoothness.
Wow, Dr. Kamhi, I didn't know you were such a connoisseur on single malt. Very nice. Let's go to Cleveland, Georgia. And Brenda, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on.
I enjoy your show tremendously.
Well, we enjoy you enjoying the show. You know, it's like cooking for somebody. You know, you want them to enjoy your food. We sort of cook around here, and we're glad we can serve something up that you enjoy. Thank you very much. So what's the answer to the question? Exercise alone achieves weight loss. True or false?
False.
That is false. It's very difficult. So when people are, during these holidays, when you're deciding, you know, I'm going to eat 2 more pieces of this or that, or no, and think I'm going to go to the gym or I'm just going to work it off, most likely is not going to happen. Here's what's really bad about weight loss, Brenda, during the holidays. First, it's overstated. People are saying, 10 pounds. No, my research doesn't confirm that. The average weight gain is 1 to 2 pounds for average people, and then about 5 pounds for overweight and obese people. The problem with the small weight gain during the holidays is that people tend not to lose it. That 1 or 2 pounds tends to stick around. And even if it's 1 pound, we're just talking about the holidays. In 10 years, that's 10 pounds. And you can see it. You see the weight build up in people over the years. So it's coming from somewhere at some point in time. But congratulations. We're so glad that you could win today.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I enjoy your show.
Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate your support. We're grateful. Believe me, when I tell you that comes from my heart. I am grateful. And thank you for telling me that. It made my day. Dr. Kamhi, thank you so much for being on. We appreciate your effort to help educate and empower people.
Happy holidays to all. Thank you so much, Michael.
Yeah, and if you were around here, Gary and I would take you out and we'd get you a single malt Scotch.
And don't forget your theanine, L-theanine from Country Life. That's a smooth melt, too.
There you go. You take care of yourself. We'll see you the next time, and happy holidays to you and yours. We'll see you tomorrow, and from now until then, remember, your health is your wealth.